You're listening to Sudbury News Talk.
I want to show you something.
Stand by. On the morning shift.
Anything
could happen.
Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift.
All right, good morning. Welcome to Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift. I'm A.G. Walsh, and I'm here with Anik Gervais in the hot seat. Good morning, Anik.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. And she's in the hot seat, and it's a good thing because she said it's very cool outside. So now she can warm up in the hot seat.
It's much warmer right here.
Yeah, it is, definitely. It's nice in here. It's cozy.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for being with us. CKLU 96.7 FM on the radio, live each and every morning, 7:30 to 8:30. Thanks for joining us. If you join us in your car on your way to work, or you're listening to us on the radio while you're getting ready for work, either way, thanks for joining us there. If you're listening to us online, audio from cklu.ca, thanks for joining us there. And just so everyone know, you can listen on the radio by going to cklu.ca, click on the Radio Player Canada app, and you can listen to us right there, streaming, or you can download the Radio Player Canada app, listen to us anywhere, on your favorite device, any time of the day.
How cool is that?
It's pretty darn cool. Very convenient these days. There's all kinds of ways to catch your favorite shows. Podcasts have really changed, been a game changer. And so this basically is live stream, but it also doubles as a podcast. You can go to mixlr.com/Sudbury News if you wanted to listen to the show afterward, like kind of on demand, or you can just watch it on Facebook live or YouTube live by going to facebook.com/Sudbury News or youtube.com/Sudbury News. You can also comment. Feel free to comment. We look forward to your comments. This is your show. We're just here to kind of moderate and facilitate a community conversation each and every morning. So, and it looks like we're going to have your comments up and running here, so I'll be able to see them. Thanks everyone for joining us. Make sure to like and share our socials. So Facebook, YouTube, please subscribe to YouTube. I don't know if that many people are subscribing anymore on YouTube.
I don't know. I'm actually looking for us on YouTube.
Yeah, youtube.com/Sudbury News.
All right.
Bring us right to the page.
Is the Sudbury News clips the same thing?
Nope.
Okay.
So what happens is YouTube, it doesn't really like us the way we're set up. It doesn't really, you search it, you're only going to get Sudbury.com and maybe CTV. And if you're lucky, you'll get Sudbury News clips, which is us, but just clips of the show afterwards. So it's not our live. So you'll catch us at youtube.com/Sudbury News. That goes right to our channel, and you can watch us live that way. Now, I do have a real young, cool whippersnapper that's helping me with social media, and he's doing all the things that make YouTube go, thank you for doing those things. We'll now proceed to promote your thing, and when someone searches you, they'll find you. I just thought by calling it Sudbury News, the very thing that it is, that would in and of itself be something that would be, come up on searches, but it's not. You got to do crazy things in the back end and stuff to make it come up.
It's crazy because there's just so much distraction happening online that to be seen, you have to do so much. Oh,
you have to be like a rocket scientist in terms of social media, like a social media scientist.
You're right, because there's people like computer scientists.
Yeah.
And they're doing so much stuff on the back end with these hyperlinks and all this information.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff. It's really overwhelming.
It's very overwhelming. YouTube alone, you could just, each company, if you cared about social media and you cared about your videos getting out there, you can have a person full time just on YouTube because they change things so much too. You got to be right on top of it. Now, the problem is with our current society, we have more than just one platform we're on. And they're constantly changing them, and you got to be on the ball.
And then if you say the wrong word,
oh no,
you're censored and shadow banned, and all of a sudden nobody can see your stuff. Like on my Instagram, nobody can see my stuff.
Yeah.
Follow me on anecdotes. people.
Anecdotes, because that one's not shadow banned right now.
No,
correct?
it's shadow banned.
Oh, it is too?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I just need more people to come and like my stuff. It's just interesting. If you are interested in anything, you need to add your notifications and you need to comment on their posts. It really helps the people that you're following if you're commenting on their post.
Yeah, it does. Because then that social media company goes, oh, this person is getting a lot of activity, and that's what we want. We want people on the app. We want people on the platform. So if people are engaging with your channel or your page or whatever, then they go, okay, well, at least they're engaging with our platform this way. And even if you said a bad word here and there that they don't like.
It's true. I try not to say any bad words.
Well, to them, bad words to them.
Oh, right. Know your audience.
Yeah.
I don't really pay attention to that much, but
yeah.
On the Sudbury News, I've been doing really good.
No, you've been doing very good, Nick. I really think you've been, you bring in your A game. You're a Nick game.
Oh, thank you.
Your A game. See, you got another thing you could use in the future. So, okay, well, let's get right into it today. We got weather, we got sports, and then we got some really cool headlines. And for a Nick, we have some happy, warm, fuzzy stories today too, just for your Friday, getting ready for the weekend. So we'll be right back with a little bit of weather. And as promised, we do have some weather right here for y'all. And it's looking really nice outside already. Although, as Nick said, it is cool.
When I came outside, I was like, it feels like a September morning.
It's starting. Yeah, you're right.
I had to shut off my AC and put my heat on.
Yep. I know.
So you might need a little sweater this morning, guys, if you're out and about.
You might. Yeah, and that's true. No, but you know what? But make sure you can have a sweater that you can take off later, because it's going to be hot, and we'll get right into that right now. Oh, and I just got rid of myself. So I need to take the course on this thing. Anyways, okay, here we go. 10 degrees currently. It's 79% humidity. So it's not actually humid today. And you can kind of feel it's a little drier outside, right? Today, sunny, high of 22, UV index sunny, or 7 or high. I love that when they don't have to go into tons of detail. Sunny, 22, UV index 7. Tonight, clear. There will be fog patches after midnight, though. Low of 9. Saturday, which is tomorrow, which is the weekend, a mix of sun and cloud. Fog patches dissipating in the morning. High of 25, humidex 26. So basically, it'll be 26. And 7 is the humidex, the UV. And then into Sunday, a little bit of cloud rolling in. And they were asking for showers on Monday, 30% chance of showers. High 24 as well. So we got low to mid 20s going forward. And then they got the regular mix of sun and cloud, because that's a safe prediction going forward. And so there you have it. It looks like it's going to be a really nice weekend. Get out there and enjoy it, everyone. And because, September is right around the corner. We'll be back right after this. Okay, and as promised again this morning, we have some sports for everybody. We have what Nick was talking about yesterday, want to get into a little bit. The junior Spartans won the U16 football championship down in London, which is where it took place. Come from behind victory. They won 27-25 against the Vaughan Rebels. So Vaughan, we all know, where we go shopping, Canada's Wonderland, sitting right on the top of Toronto. First place you get into after you come from Barrie, going into Toronto. That's Vaughan. We all know that's a lot of big stores there that we go to and whatever. Anyways, big city, a lot of people there. Lots
of population.
Yeah, like they have a lot to choose from for a football team,
probably
right?
Cherry pick. They probably go looking recruiting, I'm assuming.
Well, I would think any city for a team like that would. Yeah, they're going to get the best players possible.
Yeah.
So Sudbury, congratulations on that victory.
Big deal.
This has been a big week celebrating your your victory, and congratulations. That's huge.
And this is the first time in a real long time that we've won that.
It is. Yeah, I don't know if we've ever won the championship.
I feel like I read in the article it was the first time.
Yeah, exactly. And we need a championship in this city. We just really do. We just need that, positiveness.
Lots more has been happening with sports, like the 5-team and so much talk on hockey. So it's kind of cool to see one of our teams actually win.
Yeah. And I really like the idea of the whole Sudbury Wolves Sports and Entertainment Group, like one organization owning the different teams, because then there can be, more hype about them all and because then you just have to have one kind of person who's in charge of marketing, one person, PR, things like that. So you can get the word out there more. And this is what the end result should always be. Butts in seats.
Yeah.
So that's something I know you're going to be having a cool meeting today.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the message, to me, marketing should always end with butts in seats. That's the end goal. Reason being, not only is it financially the right thing to do for the organization, because, ticket sales.
Well, you need to make some profit.
You would hope.
Yeah, it's all about the bottom line.
Right. But what does it do for the team? Like when there's
also culture.
That's right.
And a community.
Exactly.
When people are supporting people feel more empowered and motivated, and the team will feel inspired, and they don't want to let us down.
Yeah.
So the more people are watching them, the more people are engaged, the more people even know that's going on. Like, I didn't even know that I knew we had a team, but I've never heard of when they play or where they play.
Yep.
And I've never thought of even getting tickets.
Yep.
So for example, like, I don't know why they're not giving free tickets. Sometimes.
Sometimes, like as an incentive for
come and check it out.
Like, let's say 25%. So let's say they're only getting 25% of the seats filled for any sporting event.
Yeah.
Whether it's the Sudbury Arena or whether it's the James Jerome Field for football or a 5-game, same thing, Sudbury Arena. Why couldn't they say, okay, until we can get more ticket sales, season tickets, regular season game tickets sold, why don't we say 25% of the tickets we're going to do something to give them away?
Donate them or to businesses around that have been contributing to our city.
Exactly.
Like you pay it forward.
Yep.
And that whole vibration, you pay it forward, good things happen, and then more people are going to want to be involved.
Exactly.
And then the team is like super pumped, like, oh my gosh, all these people are here to watch us.
Yep. And that's the thing. I was born in Sault Ste. Marie, and so I grew up there. I moved here as a young teenager. So really, I split my time. I've been in Sudbury way longer than I've been in the Sioux, but a lot of times your childhood years seem like it took like 35 Forever. Years or something, even though it was like 10 years. But so I go back because a lot of my family's there. And a couple of years ago, I went to a Greyhounds game, Sioux Greyhounds, packed. I get in there.
Cool.
The only ticket I can get, and it's $25, by the way, was standing room only.
Wow.
This was a regular season game. This was a game, nothing's on the line. They were playing the Sudbury Wolves too, so I was there to see Sudbury. And standing room only, $25 a ticket.
Who won?
Sudbury was up 4-0.
Okay.
And the Sioux came back and won the game 5-4.
Whoa! Everyone was really pumped and excited after that game.
Now, here's the thing, right? You talk about community, everyone getting out and everyone's rallying, and that arena was packed, and it's the same size as ours. So you can just imagine, 5,000 people.
Wow.
Why do you think the Sioux came back?
For the people.
People were just going nuts.
Yeah.
So they got one goal. Okay, there's hope. Oh,
and then everyone's
goals.
like, yeah.
Exactly. And then
they feel the energy.
They have a winning team. Now, they don't have a winning team just because of that. There's a lot of elements, but one of them is to get butts in seats, make the product good, make the atmosphere great, all these things. So it's like a recipe for a cake.
It's true. Maybe we can get some free tickets and give them out on the radio.
Well, that would be awesome. And you know what? I do think CKLU, because we do broadcast the Wolves, we are the home of the Wolves on the radio. We do get tickets to do that. And so maybe at least this year we'll maybe give away a couple tickets. But again, like the more tickets you have to give away, the more people you're going to get there to experience it.
Last 48 hours, if you have so many tickets left, you should start handing them out.
Yeah, something like that. And also, we should be doing a pre-game thing like we're doing right now. Just get on, talk about the game live, live stream it. Hey, you still got time to get down there, get in the game, and then give information about the game that might be interesting to someone. Oh, did you know this player is going to be on the other team and they're going to be in the NHL next year and they're going to be one of the first draft picks? And then people go, oh yeah, that's true. I'd love to go see that guy.
Yeah.
And so it's live on Facebook. It's like, hey, everyone, get down there, get your tickets. And then maybe even third period comes along. For $1, you can get in to see the third period.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Think outside the box. Think creatively.
I like it.
That way now the third period, you have a packed house. And if they were going to come back or something.
And if you go for the third period, and you're going to, if you enjoy your time, and I'm assuming you will, you'll probably come back for the full game next time.
Well, exactly. That's the thing. You have to experience it to know it. My daughters could care less about sports, but when I brought them, they
had fun.
Loved the popcorn. They loved the fights.
Yes, it's true. And the weird wolf.
The wolf. Well, he's not too. The wolf is fun. See, he's cuddly.
No, I mean the guy that's like hanging from the ceiling.
Oh yeah, this guy's really cuddly and cute. Now the taxidermied wolf, maybe not so much, but kids still love it. They love the taxidermied wolf on the clothesline, squeaking across the ice there.
Yeah.
The other teams kind of laugh at it.
I know.
Because
it's original.
It's interesting. And it's very nostalgic for people that are from Sudbury. If I joke about that, it's almost like you're joking about something you shouldn't be joking about, because it's like, that's our wolf, But interesting story, that wolf 1 year back in the 70s, I think, possibly, had a malfunction. And so it was coming along on the line and they went to stop it and it couldn't stop. It went right into the scoreboard and came crashing down on the ice. So they had to stop the play and everything. But
see, Aaron, everyone's getting technical difficulties, everywhere.
Yeah, we're not the only ones.
No.
Which is awesome. Now, speaking of other sports news, we have a press release that just came out from the Sudbury Wolves Sports and Entertainment Group, and it's about our other football team, the adult Spartans, the men's Spartans team. They are actually in the semifinals.
Wow.
They won their quarterfinal game last weekend against the Toronto Raiders. And they're set to face the GTA All-Stars in their semifinal matchup this Saturday at 7 p.m. James Jerome Field. Yeah.
Where's that?
It's right across from Science North. The football field there, a really nice one. Got a really nice,
I'm going to see
field.
the Arkells Saturday. I was thinking this would be cool to go check it out, but I'm going to a concert.
7 p.m. What time do the Arkells start?
7 p.m.
Okay, well, there you go.
Sold out show.
Yeah.
Supposedly they're famous. They're really good. Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
They have one hit song right now. Like they have other songs that, got radio play and whatever, but they have a smash hit song on the radio right now. And if you heard it, what is it? I think it's That's Me. Da-na-na. Anyways, I don't want to sing on the radio, even though
you're a good singer.
People do sing on the radio.
It's true.
The ones who know the Arkells and know that song will go, oh yeah, well, he's trying his best on that song. But you do know that song, and they'll probably end with it.
I'll have to check it out.
It's an anthem. It's really cool.
Cool.
So you'll have a good, and they're not the only big name band playing on that ticket, are they? There's another one.
Oh.
There's the Arkells and someone else who's known.
It's interesting that they're always playing at the amphitheater because nobody wants to play in our arena because everyone sounds like crap in our arena.
Yeah.
I literally went to Snoop Dogg. You could not hear him.
No?
I was on the front. I was in front of a speaker. The speakers weren't even working.
Oh.
It's just a really bad arena. We need a new arena.
We do.
Bad.
I know. It's unfortunate.
Right. But anyway,
things didn't go ahead, right? And it's
true.
We're going to be lamenting that, talking about our, the way that the city's kind of gone with, the Laurentian.
Yeah. I'm going to hold on to it.
KD.
We should still keep talking about it because maybe we can make a difference. But what's happening now is that everything's even more expensive.
Yeah.
So because everyone's just too busy talking and not doing, and they're just doing meetings and meetings and meetings.
Yep.
Now a bunch of people are pulling out that we're supposed to be investing and they're not.
I know. It's unfortunate. And look, I don't know all the reasons, and there's probably really good reasons why things don't move ahead in the city and things that I have no idea about.
I don't think so, Aaron.
But that's the thing. I'm just giving them the benefit of the doubt that I don't know some of the reasons.
Right.
But
I don't think they're good though.
but why do other communities, why are they able to do it and we can't? I just don't understand that.
Unfortunately, I think we're probably one of the most corrupted cities in this area, where it's just all about money and it's all ego and it's all power. And the people who are making the rules probably own real estate downtown.
Yeah, you know what?
And
That's
they
what I mean.
don't.
I don't know. I'll give you that because it's one theory, and I don't know.
That's what it is. It's a theory,
I just
guys.
don't know.
It's just a theory.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Downtown is horrible. I was just talking to my girlfriend yesterday about it, and she's like, Nick, do you feel safe going downtown with your kids?
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to walk downtown with my daughter with people shooting up right in front of you?
Mm-hmm.
No, definitely not. Anybody who is pro downtown, do you feel safe at 10:30 downtown? Nobody does.
Yeah, I guess that's why. I guess the safe injection site just kind of moves people with.
They give them needles. I don't
over
even
to
know
the
if
side,
they actually use it
downtown.
in that location.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
I think they're encouraged to do it with supervision and
Well, why
in a
would
safe
they want
place.
to do that?
Well,
They'll probably just go there, take the needle, and leave. It would be really good to have somebody talk and educate us.
as far as I know, it's free drugs. Like if you were an addict, wouldn't you just go for free drugs?
You'll get it and then leave.
Well, I thought they're
No, they're
encouraged
shooting
to do it there. I don't know if they give it to them and let them leave with it. I think they have to do it there.
Well, that's
I
a good
could be wrong.
question.
And I'm going to get a good friend of mine on here who's going to talk at length about the good, the bad, and the ugly about that safe injection site.
Cool.
Someone who's had their feet on the ground. They deal with people with addictions, possibly went through addictions themselves, and know the lay of the land with stuff like that. And I promise that'll be sooner than later.
I'd love to hear more about it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes
sure.
we're just not educated, so we're not really
Mhm.
aware.
Exactly.
And information is just always good. That's what we're doing here.
Yep.
Just having conversations.
Yep. And speaking about the Sudbury Wolves too, Mike Comito, are you familiar with him?
No.
He's the Sudbury Wolves. He does a lot with them, like a lot of writing with them. He writes for the Los Angeles Kings as well, LA Kings, NHL team. He works at Cambrian College. He's a professor. He's part of the R&D there.
Okay.
Really cool guy, doing a lot of stuff, but involved in sports because he does sports writing on the side kind of thing. Anyways, he has a story about Dave Keon. Now you may not recognize that name, but Dave Keon is possibly one of the most notable Toronto Maple Leafs of all time. And story here that a lot of people may not have known that he played for the Sudbury Wolves for a short period of time. So you can go on Sudbury Star Sports and read that on the Sudbury Star page or on our Sudbury Sports page, Facebook page. And Mike Comito has an interview with Dave Keon about his brief but important stint with the Sudbury Wolves, 1960. So not many of us would remember that. However, Dave Keon, one of the most famous Toronto Maple Leafs of all time, played for the Sudbury Wolves. Another one recognizable name that you would know played for the Sudbury Wolves as well, Don Cherry.
Oh.
He played for the Sudbury Wolves.
Yeah. And didn't Carrie Underwood's husband play for
Yes, he did.
Sudbury Wolves?
Yeah. Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher.
Awesome. Yeah, we have a lot of kind of cool people over the years that have played for Sudbury Wolves. That's what I mean. I think there's a lot there that we could really take hold of and make it a story even for people that aren't necessarily the key people who would go to hockey games and like take stories like that. Like I love country music. I love Carrie Underwood, and wrap that in and say, yeah, Sudbury Wolves, this whole idea of get out, support them. This has a very storied history that you can now be a part of the future by being part of it. And it's part of our community, and get out there. And you may actually start liking hockey too out of it. At the end of the day, it's not all about hockey.
Well, there's a lot of entertaining that's happening. There's the little kids that go on the ice. It's super cute.
Yep.
There's a lot of games.
A lot
prizes.
of people, their favorite part of the game is that Timbits hockey.
It's adorable.
It's so funny to watch.
Yeah.
Scoring on their own net.
It's so cute.
Falling down. It's really cool. Anyways. So, okay, we'll be back with some of the headlines right after this. All right. Headlines coming to you, brought to you by CKLU, the radio station in which we are currently on. And just going to get my template up and running here. There we go. All righty then. So.
Is this the story we're going to talk about?
Well,
This one right here?
we're going to go through them and we'll
I
talk
like this
about it as we
story.
come. This is an Nick story.
This
for
is
sure.
a fun story.
This is for you. I saw it this morning and I said, you know what? I think Nick's going to appreciate this one.
Well, who doesn't like dogs?
And not only just dogs, it's, they're the,
Support worker. So the City of
Yeah.
Greater Sudbury Community Safety Department has a new team member, a four-legged variety.
of the four-legged variety. Exactly.
His name's Neely.
Yeah.
He's a black golden lab
Mm-hmm.
retriever mix. He is adorable.
Very cute.
Very cute. And they're saying he's going to be helping the community and helping with PTSD when you're going through a trauma. If there's a dog that can stop you from thinking about what's going on, it could really delay the PTSD or stop the PTSD from happening, increased long term.
Yeah. So back in the day, firemen and the fire hall, it was known, and it was like one of these stereotypical things. They would have a Dalmatian there with them. So you might sometimes see cartoons with a fire truck with a Dalmatian because they had dogs in the where they worked. So because you could go a month without a fire, you can go 2 months without a fire or a call or whatever. And then you get 3 calls in a day or whatever. That's just the way, it works. So they had dogs. They had to go there and have like a community where all the workers would come and they lived with each other while they were working, and they had a dog. And it was just kind of cool.
It is cool. Also, I feel like back in the day, men didn't really talk about their feelings or talk about anything. So now there's this dog that's touching you, cuddling you, loving you unconditionally.
Exactly.
Humans need that interaction.
Yeah.
It's really good for our soul.
So they had that. And now they have, instead of just for firemen, they're having them for all first responders. So paramedics, so this dog is going to be the dog of 100 to 400 people, basically.
I feel like we need more dogs.
We do. And there's a place down in Cambridge that's all they do. They train these dogs for 2 years, 2 years old. So they're already fully trained to be around a lot of people and to be that kind of
Support worker.
Empathetic dog. And they do say they can intuitively seek out the one who needs them. Like there's 10 people in a room and one's going through a hard time. They'll just kind of gravitate to that person.
Animals are so beautiful.
Yeah. So it's kind of neat.
It is neat. They're in tune with who they are. They're just authentic.
They're very authentic.
It's beautiful.
So there's the feel-good story. We even started with it for a Nick today.
Thank you.
Yeah. And another kind of feel-good story. We talked about it yesterday, but now we know what they found on Anderson Farm. Ooh, yeah, exactly. $1 billion. No. They were doing some work on stairs, some cement work, and I guess they uncovered some artifacts while they were doing that a couple of years ago, and then that launched a full archaeological dig, Anderson Farm and Lively.
It's probably great publicity for them.
No, it's huge, and I'm glad they're doing it. Again, as a public relations guy myself, utilizing the 4 major, the English ones anyways, and then the French as well. We have 6 if you include, or 7 if you include the Francophone, radio stations and paper in town as well. But so they're getting a lot of stories from each of them, and that's good. It's getting around, and it's a place we can go. It's like a museum. They do the fall fair there as well.
They have animals.
They have animals, so it's good that they're getting publicity.
It's also a family-run business, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little community. It's kind of a great place to support.
Yeah, and the thing that they found, at least we realized today, was artifacts from when it first started or around there. So I think it started in the 1920s.
Whoa.
And so 100 years ago, between the 1920s and 1930s, 40s kind of thing. So they've unearthed some of the nails and, medicine, things to do with a medical container, a milk jug, things like that. But so I was underwhelmed with that myself. I was like, oh,
all right.
My family, on my mom's side, comes from Manitoulin Island. Well, they come from other places before there, but one of the first ones to settle there. And so, I mean, it's like finding one of, they'll just bury something back in the day because it's garbage. They didn't have garbage dumps back in those days.
Kind of just reminds me I should just dig some stuff right now. And then in 100 years, people are like, oh my gosh,
yeah,
what is this box?
What's this Sensi? It still smells good.
What's this warmer thing with a cord? What happens when I plug it in?
They're in the backyard and they're like, something smells really nice. Start digging.
Must be Sensi if it smells that good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's what I mean, right? So it's just regular everyday items from back in, the early 20s.
And look
30s.
at the publicity they got.
I know.
It's beautiful. I like how life kind of ends up like that.
Yeah.
It would have been cool if it was something cooler that they found.
To me, that's just me. Maybe other people are, because my last house was built in like 1909, right? So I was like, the house itself is a historical thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
just look in the walls where there's like people would put newspapers for something or whatever. It was lost in the ductwork or something, and it's like from 1950 or something like that. So we did find things like that in the house.
So interesting.
History is interesting to be, just in and of itself. But anyways, some people from our museums weighed in on that and said it's really cool that we can see a glimpse into our past. Apparently they found homemade nails. So they would have had their own blacksmith. They're making their own nails to use to construct whatever.
Well, that really appreciates our drills and our screws right now.
Yeah. Right now we just go to the hardware store, right? Pick up whatever at Home Depot, Home Hardware.
Yeah.
You name it, Lowe's. I don't want to leave anyone out just because we're all inclusive on Sudbury News Talk.
Yeah.
This is a story I think you're gonna like because it's about all the things going on in Sudbury. And I thought because the weekend's coming up, because you're going to the Arkells, maybe a little bit of what's happening around town. So Sudbury.com has this article, what's on and where, things to do in Sudbury, and it's not everything. It's not an exhaustive list. Now, if you want an exhaustive list, a calendar, let's say, of things going on, it's a new feature we have on our Sudbury.news website. You go to events, scroll down a little bit, and it's the city calendar. I guess you can get it on the city as well, but you might as well just get it on our website. We use the same calendar the city has, where people just go and put their events on it. And it's a monthly calendar. So if you're planning your month, you want to know what to do, what's going on. It's really good. A lot of details for each and every day, what's going on. But here, what are some of the things, anything that interests you that they have going on?
Here. There is a few things. Junction Creek Stewardship Committee has a survey going on that you can go and support. And Black Lives Matter Sudbury present Culture Matrix on August 13th at the Black Arts Festival. Sudbury Indie Cinema from August 13th to the 22nd presents Cat Video Fest.
Cat Video Fest.
Cat Video Fest is a compilation reel of the latest and best cat videos.
No, as if someone's doing that. That's genius, actually.
Genius.
Think of it.
So countless hours of unique submissions of and sourced animation, music, videos, and classic internet powerhouses. Cat Video Fest is a joyous communal experience only available in theaters and raise money for cats in need through partnership with local cat charities.
It's interesting they just honed in on cats because you think just animal videos in general, you could do a little festival around animal videos and support like the animal shelter or something, you know what I mean? Like in general. But it's interesting they went right in on cats because cats are super cute and they do make really, really funny videos.
Makes me think of that Netflix Don't F with Cats.
Okay. I'm not familiar with it. I think I've seen it though.
If you didn't, you have to watch it. It's just
really
so awesome how many people love cats. And this one guy was kind of abusing cats and the internet world went crazy. And they told the cops and the cops didn't do anything. And it was like keyboard warriors that found him and told the cops he's right here, because of the cameras and things like that. It's just so cool. Like when people get together for a
good cause,
yeah, they accomplish great things.
Part of it is scary knowing that too, because sure, it's good that they found this cat abuser. But
the guy ended up like murdering people. He was from Montreal.
He was a serial killer?
He killed 2 people or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, he actually ended up killing people.
Now, they do say that's the way sometimes it starts, if someone's eventually going to
It's
do
true. I was
that.
pretty aggressive with my cat when I was younger.
Okay.
My cat like disappeared because
Yeah.
I would pull her tail. I was really aggressive.
Wow.
Yeah, but I'm not a murderer.
Well, again, I think that's a little different. I think they talk about people that do torture them
Yeah.
and kill them, things like that. Then eventually.
One time we had ducks. My parents had ducks and we had this little pool and my 2 brothers had adult ducks and I had this little baby duck. And my baby duck wasn't like diving into the water like they're adult ducks. So I was like, this is not fair. I think I was about 5 years old and
so you grabbed it
and I went into
under
the water and then it drowned and died.
Oh.
And then we were invited a
Ouch.
few days later for dinner at my neighbor's house.
Yeah.
We were eating duck.
Well.
That was the whole goal about getting ducks, is to eat them.
Okay. So you don't feel as bad then, but with that kind of an ending, because that was going to be their ending anyways.
We were going to kill it anyways.
Okay.
But,
good.
I was 5. I don't feel bad at all about that.
Well, it is what it is. We
It's a
learned.
funny story. It's
It
funny.
is.
Yeah.
And you ended up having it for dinner instead of chopping off its head or whatever other means you might have used. Interesting morning topic.
Right? Animals.
So anything else going on in Greater City of Sudbury that we need to kind of...
This weekend, no. But
Not this
next weekend, there's a couple more things. But
What's that?
Sudbury Performance Group presents Whiskey Trip.
Okay.
And there's a couple of things at the theater. Really cool theater happening this weekend. You should check Yes Theater. And is that the one downtown? Oh, yes. Fans of the Rocky Horror and Little Shop of Horrors rejoice in this hilarious and outlandish story. The lives of 6 teenagers from Saskatchewan Chamber Choir are cut short in a freak accident aboard a roller coaster. I actually looked into it and it looks super cool. So I think people should go and check that out and get some tickets and really support our arts community in Sudbury.
And when is that?
It's happening
Next weekend?
This weekend until August 20th.
Oh, so it's going on for like a while.
For 2 more weekends.
Right on.
Yeah.
So Yes Theater and the SDC kind of getting together these days and
Makes
doing
sense.
all kinds of things, right? So that's really cool. This is what you like to see in our community. The city police solicit input on strategic plan.
Okay.
So they're just not going ahead and doing something. They're asking for our help
Wow.
too.
I like that.
I do too. I like that approach. Greater Sudbury Police Service and its board are seeking input from the community as they set priorities for a new strategic plan.
Is it because everybody's just commenting on their Facebook, letting them know about things that are happening on Facebook, and they're just saying how this is not a good place?
Yeah, because that's what we kind of missed that story yesterday. But yeah, I shared that story. The police put out a release saying, if you want to get in touch with us, social media is not the way to do it.
Right.
Hey, I saw a guy speeding and put it on their Facebook page, or hey, I see a suspicious activity going on at my neighbor's house, and share it on their Twitter or whatever.
Right.
You're supposed to call 911 or get in touch with call their number. So anyways, that was the story yesterday. So here, I guess there's an Oracle, through Oracle Poll Research Limited, the third party firm provides comprehensive public opinion polling, and they do market research and evaluation and consulting. They're looking for feedback from us, members of the community, organizations, local businesses, in order to assist them in setting their strategic priorities for the upcoming business cycle. The police services said in a release. 2 surveys, one for businesses and one for other citizens, are now available online so community members can talk about the issues of importance to them. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool. I know in the Sensi world, when anybody has a problem, they post it, and then anyone can go and vote on them. So then the more likes you get, it pops up.
Yep.
So it's like one of the first articles you see.
Yep.
So it gives you a really good overall view of how everyone is viewing this situation. And then you can comment on like, I really like this idea, but I'd like this instead. So like forums are really powerful.
They are. And so, so a business could come up with a great idea, but then their employees or the people that are involved in the business make it even greater.
Yeah.
Like they don't realize like, okay, it's a great idea or a good idea, but you get other people's input after that. It could really
snowballs.
It does. Yeah. Makes it way better.
Way better.
So here the police could say, well, we're already here. We already have these tools and resources. What do you think we need to focus on?
Right.
So if you want to find the link to that survey, just go to our Facebook page. We shared the Sudbury Star article that is on that. So you go right to the Sudbury Star article, and right at the bottom of that, you'll see the links to go to for that survey. So I think it's really great they're reaching out to us and asking our input on that. I think you'll see this as a trend. I think the city should do things more like this as well on different issues, as our local news outlets have kind of prevented commenting because they don't want to be found liable.
But what world are we in that they share an article about what's going on in the world, and then random people are commenting on the article, and they're getting punished for a random guy who's living in a basement, possibly, or whatever, that has anything to do with me posting the article or writing for the news. It's gotten a little ridiculous.
It's true.
Why should we be held accountable for that?
I know.
Like if someone's commenting on our show, has nothing to do with me.
No, but the way the future is going.
I saw a really scary video in the UK, and there was a cop, and it was videotaping this girl, and he said, "You posted this about them online and made them feel uncomfortable." And she's like, "Are you kidding me? This is why you're at my house?"
So someone complained
that
their post made them feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
Okay. Now that's the new thing. So this is the thing that, and going on in the United States, which is why a lot of the these watchdog type people that do similar shows to this, but a little more watchdoggy on the national front, they're scared right now because of that type of thing, and they're making laws. Each country makes their own laws, but there's international laws. Well, and I think we're getting more and more homogenized, where there's kind of like more of one kind of way we're going, and all the countries are following that. But anyways, in the States, if you do make someone feel uncomfortable, like let's say a specific national crisis, and you claim that the CIA or somebody, and you even know, like your uncle works for the CIA, and you say he was in on that. He actually, they were doing some nefarious things in this. Well, by you saying that CIA agent that you outed could actually sue you for making that claim.
Like that assumption or theory.
The assumption, yeah. So now you're dragged through the courts, and they have all the power on their side because they have the district attorney, they have the government, they have everything on their side, endless amounts of money to fight their case.
So now no one's going to want to say anything about anyone powerful.
You can't say anything about anybody if they're going to backlash against you and take you through the take you through the court system or whatever, and you're going to be ruined, go to jail, have huge fines. So
all because you hurt someone's feelings.
You hurt someone's feelings, yeah.
Did you hear? This is kind of Sudbury news. This is something ridiculous that's happening that I might be offending people.
Uh-oh.
There are going to be possibly, I heard it's happening in Sudbury. I know it's happening in Saskatchewan, kitty litters in bathrooms, because there's people that identify as fluffies.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I've heard that.
And there's going to be actual kitty litters in bathrooms. I didn't know cats were allowed to go to school.
Yeah, but if you identify,
but you're a cat, you can't. You shouldn't be able to register at a school.
No, but not a cat per se, but a human who identifies as a cat can. I guess is that, you know what I mean? Like a cat can't speak. Oh, that's funny. I had a dream last night that I was talking to a cat.
Whoa,
it's funny you bring that up.
Whoa.
I was in this college setting. It was probably like a cafeteria, And I'm sitting down with a group of college students. I'm going, do you have Google Maps? And they're like, yeah. Or Google Earth. Do you know there's more land on the earth than cities? Like there's more rural areas on the earth than there are cities that are like jam-packed with people. And they're all like, no, there's not. There is not more land than cities. There's more cities with people in them than there is land. We have a problem with people in cities.
Right.
And there's not enough room. Yeah, there's not enough room. And I'm going, have you ever driven to Timmins? And they're like, that's enough. That's it. I've heard enough now. No, I've never driven to Timmins. I'm like, if you just drive to Timmins, you realize there's lots of land.
Lots of land.
So that's what I'm doing. So finally, I go to another table and everyone's getting up and leaving. They're seeing me come. Oh, here's the guy.
Who makes us feel uncomfortable.
Exactly. It's just weird dream to have, And turns out the only one that would listen to me was a cat.
Well, this is interesting.
And it was a cat who was going, yeah. Oh, I hear you, yeah. And giving me back feedback of things that I were about to say too. Like, yeah, we're both on the same page. And it happened to be a cat. Anyways, so you mentioned cats,
is that
going to school.
Yeah. With kitty litters in the bathroom. Supposedly what's happening is that these fluffies are peeing on the floor.
Oh.
So now they want to bring kitty litter so that they don't pee on the floor. And I'm just curious with our viewers, if is that too much? Or have we gone too far? Is that enabling something that we're going too far?
For sure. I mean, yeah. If you want to comment on that, do you think that's
Are we just enabling mental health and making mental health okay?
That's a huge subject. You're saying it now on this platform, on this station. I just want to let everyone know that the views expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect that of Laurentian University or that of CKLU, because we are doing this show independently. But you bring up a hot topic that is it's an international topic.
Yeah.
It is. And it is local because
and this
we
is
do
my
have people
own
here.
opinion.
This
is my own opinion.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, and maybe we should have a Fluffy on the show to just ask them. But I just feel like it's going a little too far. And really, my girlfriend was asking, she's like, well, what kind of kitty litter are they going to put in the room? Because it's really toxic. Kitty litter is really toxic.
So now pregnant women won't be able to, well, now it's in school, so they're really probably not going to be.
This whole thing. Who's going to change kitty litter?
Yeah.
Will the Fluffy do it?
The janitor?
Anyway.
Is it in their job description?
So if anybody knows about a school that this is actually happening, I'd love to hear more information about that.
Yeah.
Or anything like that's happening in the greater Sudbury. It's they're interesting stories that kind of fluff around.
Now we're not at the point in our society to unpack the whole all-inclusive, ideology, because we're so on the front of the wave of that.
Right.
By questioning it, even sounds, that they could say it's hateful speech, because you're even questioning that, which is
to me ridiculous. I should be able to question absolutely everything. That's how I learn.
Yep. Instead
of being like ignorant.
Yep.
The only way for you to be knowledgeable is to actually question something and have a discussion.
For sure.
But be open-minded that once you have a conversation, people will then communicate their point of view, and then it can reflect and change your point of view. Mm-hmm. That's one of the beautiful things about being human, is that we need to be able to communicate. And even if we don't agree, it doesn't mean that's a bad communication. This is called communication. This is how we grow and learn from each other. And to be open-minded to actually learn someone else's point of view is even greater.
Well, this is the thing. And if we're going to go down this road, I'll just say this, is that I know we talk about all-inclusive and everything, but if you question it,
are you being inclusive?
The crowd isn't being inclusive with you.
Right. If I'm not allowed to question it, I'm not being inclusive.
So that's not inclusive.
No.
So in and of itself, it's a flawed
system.
Ideology.
Yeah.
Because it only gets the people out who don't go along with whatever, is socially acceptable at the time, or, politically correct. That is then inclusive of anyone who is going along with political correctness. If you question it, now it's not inclusive anymore. Now you're you're on the outside of all inclusiveness. So it's not all inclusive.
Right.
It's partially inclusive.
Only if you agree.
Only if you agree with what's going on, right? So it's not all inclusive.
No.
They don't welcome questioning the status quo or what's accepted at the time, politically correct, the socially acceptable things that are
Right.
being put out there. And I'm open to that. I'm open if someone does feel that they identify more with an animal than a human being, then that should be their right.
Of course.
But does society need to change for one person? Like if one person wants kitty litter in a bathroom, does every single bathroom in our country have to have kitty litter in it now?
Right.
That's what I mean. I'm just questioning that.
'Cause
Is
if
that,
I-
or can we come up with a different solution?
Right. It's true. It's very interesting.
Now we have Monique says, I totally disagree. So I don't know if she's disagreeing with us or disagreeing with the idea of having kitty litter in a public bathroom of some kind.
Right.
So
Let us know, Monique, if you want.
yeah, but either way, I'm glad that you're, just sharing where you're coming from. Right?
Sharing is caring. This is how we
Yeah.
evolve. We need to stop taking things so personally. Just because we don't agree, like me and you don't always agree.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
take things personally. This is how we grow.
We don't know how to be critical, speak critically, take criticism. And what's the kind of criticism that's positive? Like critique, like positive. It's like when people suggest something, it hurts at first. Like if you said, Aaron,
I think you should, or
your show is good, or
Right.
your show could be better if you,
right.
you know how many times I've heard that?
So
but-
it's like we're trying to help you.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that I don't think I've done that. Maybe I have. That is my style. Because I'm a marketer, and marketers always look at how to improve things.
Yeah.
But we have to be careful with the words we use, because I just literally insulted your show by giving it a compliment or an improvement.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And at first it does. Like I take it like, oh my goodness, I put so much hard work into this.
Yeah.
But then right away I go, yeah, but I do want to make it better. And it is for other people. And they are giving me good, suggestions about things. So I got to get over that because it's not working for me. What's working for me is I do want to be the best I can be. I do want the show to be as good as it can go. And so by people critiquing it, criticizing it in a positive way,
Yeah.
they're not being, they're not putting me down or anything.
No.
They're just saying, you know what? Did you think about this?
Right. It's kind of like, I remember talking to people and like, oh, Nick, I love how authentic you are and you're just yourself. And I know some people can't really handle it. And I'm like, but they're like giving me a compliment, but you ended up just insulting me.
Yeah.
Some people think you're too much. And I'm like, oh, okay. Gee, thanks.
I love the ones, they are insultive by nature or whatever, and they don't have tact or whatever. They go, I don't mean to be insulting,
But I'm about to insult you.
I'm going to insult you.
Anyway.
I don't mean any disrespect, but I'm going to disrespect you right now.
Yeah.
It's just interesting.
It is.
Constructive criticism is no longer seen anymore. Everyone gets offended. Yeah, correct.
It's true.
We're an offended society.
Yep.
Yeah. I think we're just on the roller coaster. It's going where it's going. I don't think it's going to stop. Then we can critique it afterwards, after we see the results of where we're going, I think is the only way it's going to go.
I don't know if this is the first time, but it's the first time I'm experiencing this, that so many people are aware of what's going on, and we're just watching this explosion about to happen. And then we're all going to look at the explosion after and be like, we knew this was going to happen. We knew this was not a good idea, but we're not allowed to talk about it.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I think what I hear from certain, the louder group, let's say the one that speaks the loudest in this arena, in this sandbox, says the conversation is over.
Okay.
Now,
Right.
we already know what we need to do, and we need to take action.
Okay.
So we can't talk about these things anymore. If someone wants to be whatever they identify with, and then they want others to make accommodations for these things, society has to bow the knee to that. If it goes along with the political correctness thing, like if I want society to bow the knee to me, and I say, I don't think anyone needs to identify with anything anymore, and we don't need these things, no one's bowing no knee to that. You know what I mean?
No.
To that point of view. So you have to just go along with the
It's
other things.
really sad now because just being a beautiful human being, a male or a female or whatever, and just owning that is not good enough anymore.
Yep.
You
No.
know, we have to be something else.
Exactly.
It's like I was born what? And I get now I'm going into a different topic and I don't want to go there because everybody should just love themselves. And I feel like the problem is lack of love and lack of self-acceptance. And when you don't love yourself, that's when you want to change who you are.
Exactly.
Trauma happens, a lot of things around us in our environment happens. And it's just really sad. I wish more people just loved who they were and were themselves authentically. And whatever you end up evolving into, allow that to happen on a organic field.
Yep.
But the media that's surrounding my daughter right now, the media and the YouTube, it's not happening organically anymore.
Yep.
It's scary.
Noelle chimes in here saying, social media, as, good it is that everyone's sharing their points of view, can create echo chambers too of people just agreeing with themselves and not really having conversations with each other, and it's just confirming our biases too. If we get into that, the idea of just getting into an echo chamber kind of thing.
I don't understand.
Miles says it's worse in the workplace. He sees supervisors critiquing workers and workers, saying it's harassment. You did. Yeah. Maybe you can clean that floor a little bit more. Oh, I'm putting in a grievance, because you didn't do your job, right. That's weird. That creates a whole other dynamic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Larry Flint is dead. Long live Larry Flint. Yeah. Good morning, Jerome. Yeah. He was really one for free speech, right? So, okay. Monique is saying, yeah, she agrees with what we're saying. And Noelle, again, I have a harder time reading the YouTube comments, but that's okay. By bowing the knee, it's exactly the same thing. Sees no evil. Of sees no evil, hears no evil, speak no evil. Yeah.
Is that what that means when you bow the knee?
According
I
to
feel like
Noelle.
sometimes when you're bowing the knee, you're bowing the knee to evil.
Yeah, like somebody.
Like if I'm bowing the knee to someone who's like, Anik, you're going to call me princess, or I am now a unicorn and I need to bow the knee to you.
Yeah.
No, we bow the knee to each other.
But
Like,
this is the thing.
I'm not bowing the knee to nobody.
But Nick, this is law now. It's law in Ontario.
What?
Like if you don't address someone by their pronoun,
I don't
that
know
they
who
want,
you are. How am I supposed to know your pronouns?
It's law. It's law.
That's ridiculous.
You can be arrested by not addressing someone by their pronoun.
Again,
It's law now. Jordan Peterson was fighting against that, and went to no end. His name was dragged through the mud. He was called racist, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other.
How are you a racist?
Well, he tried to prevent that law from coming
How
forward.
is that word so being used? So, like everyone's now a racist. If you're going against anything that's happening on the news politically, you're now a racist.
Yep. No, it's the world we live in.
People might find me on Instagram now, anecdotes, and call me a racist. Like, go ahead, call me a racist. I just think I think the problem is we need more love.
Just love.
More love.
Is love all inclusive? I think it is.
Right.
And
So
that's a great
way to finish the
it's
show.
a great way to finish. Thanks everyone.
We love you. We
Hot
appreciate
topic.
you.
Like and share so that way the message can get out to more people. Thanks, Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate the platforms and the opportunity. Thanks, everyone listening on CKLU. Stay tuned now for Earshot Daily. And we'll be back, same time, same place, hopefully Monday.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Nick, for being here.
Bye.
We'll see you guys. Ciao.
This is Sudbury News Talk on the morning shift.